What happened? We still can't hear you. You might need to use that other computer because there's no sound on your end. Okay. Guys, I'm so sorry. We just have a little troubleshooting errors we're going to work through right now. And it'll start soon, I promise. Bunny, you're okay, babe. You're okay, honey. Intermission. Go get some coffee, get some water, get your notebooks. This is going to be a super informational session, and it's going to be good. In the meantime, we're going to just sit right here and wait, and just everyone put good energy out that it's going to work out. Hi, Benny. It's going to work out. Ray, you're here. It's Friday. We know the drill. Megan, I appreciate you so much. And you're just like, your sense of humor too. You're making all of us laugh in the chat. Taylor, you don't hear anything? Don't tell me that. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Okay. But hi, Taylor. I wonder why you can't hear me. Jill, you think so? I feel like he looks just like my husband, and I was like, Okay, I see you in the chat. Viba, are you? I don't see it, like, let me see. Madison can hear. Awesome. We just need her back. Nothing like a Friday morning troubleshooting sesh to wake you up. Yeah, Haley, oh my gosh, I love you. Oh, she's back. Okay, let her in. I can hear you.
Can you hear? Okay, good. Yay. Okay, my camera is right there. Okay, all right.
Okay, sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
I'm not familiar with Riverside. Share screen.
No, not right now.
Oh, not right now?
No.
Okay.
You can do it. You can share your screen.
You can share your screen.
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're just gonna hit share when it's time?
Yeah.
And the IU will pop.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Oh, where did they go?
Why did they disappear?
Hello?
What did you?
I'm still here. I'm just on myself.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, everybody can hear me, right? I don't
Yep.
see anyone, so I'm not sure what's happening.
If you click on the chat button, do you see that?
Oh yes, I
Chat,
can
the
see
chat.
the chat button. Okay.
Public chat, and
Okay.
you'll see all of it.
Do I need to enter chat right now while I'm doing the thing, or can I just start doing my thing?
You could just talk to your.
All right. Okay. All right. So, hi, I'm Viva. Let's go. Let me see. Hello. Can you see my screen? Okay, Nehi, I will need another help. Why is it? Share. Okay, just leave it there. And just share, yeah. Okay, now I can just.
Well, I think I need
Why is this chat is still there?
What chat?
Can we just close that?
Oh, yeah. I will.
I should see myself in there.
Oh, you want to see yourself in there?
Yeah. There you go. That's good.
Okay.
So then I know exactly.
But then you
All
want
right.
to be like right here to, go up and.
Okay, go here and there, right?
But here, I can just make this smaller if you don't mind.
There yours.
Oh,
Not gonna
sorry,
work.
that's not mine.
Can you bring yours?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Hi everyone. Okay, sorry for um, all the excitement before we start, but before I start sharing my one moment, okay. Before I start talking about my screen, my presentation, I actually want to talk about something that's going to resonate with some of you. So when I launched my product in 2003, but and a year and a half later, I wanted to, go and join Tanning Expo, which is in the Tanning Expo, which one was like huge. Lot of big company would come in and exhibit. I was just a very, very small company at that time. I was just launched my product a year and a half ago. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. So at 10 a.m. sharp, the show was open. The show floor was open and everybody would come in. But 5 minutes before that, someone actually walked into my booth, looked at me, and told me that, why am I there? What am I doing on that show floor? I don't belong in this industry. And that what happened to me at that time, I just wanted ready to almost tear up. But a friend went with me and she held my arm and said, hey, it's not a time for you to have tear up. Hold that until 5 o'clock. Do what you need to do. You know what you're doing. You have your passion for skincare, and you know that you have a talent to do what you are here for. So it's time to show. And I tell you what, it was the best show for me for 3 days. It was the best time I ever had. And the clients that I met that day for the very first time are still my clients. I'm saying that story because I believe that persistence prevails where everything else fails. So I want to say that there are some of you here. Somebody might have told you, you don't belong there. You're not going to make it, right? I would say you have a talent that is you can only offer to anyone. So just trust yourself, trust your expertise, and continue doing what you're doing. And so that is my thing. I wanted to really resonate with everybody to say that do not give up, because the industry you're in, you are needed. Now, let me start with my presentation. My presentation for today, it actually is showing today to see what those 23 years of passion, a formulation expertise can build for you. And that's the Ayush Sunless. For my presentation is how the Ayush Sunless products and system works. I want to show the process behind our spray tan results. So literally, you might not find any picture of the model on my presentation today, but it will literally talk about, I will literally talk about how things works, why we created what we created. So that's my thing. Okay. Oh my goodness. How do I move to the next one? Okay. So as most of you know who I am, if you don't know, my name is Vibha Makwana. I am I hold a master's degree in organic chemistry. I have been in cosmetic industry for 30 years. I have formulated skincare, hair care, color cosmetic, and sunless tanning products. I am also the founder of Ayush Sunless, and I'm in-house R&D chemist, meaning that every single formula that you see, I develop it myself and also manufacture it ourselves. Our tagline is healthy skin defined from the day one. That is my goal, is to create the product which the color, the tan is perfect, but with that, your skin is also staying hydrated. You're also protecting your skin. So why did I create it Ayu Sunless? Like the man said, I don't belong in the industry, which I never thought I would be in the sunless tanning industry myself. Because when I started, I named my company Ayu because I always wanted to be skincare and a color cosmetic brand with the which rooted in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the system, like holistic system of living where you balance wellness, your mind, body, spirit. That's what the goal was. But I was also, because I was doing R&D work myself to create my product line. Same time I met a friend of mine introduced me to a manufacturer who was making indoor tanning lotions, sunless, and sunless was just coming up. So they actually said, we have a product, but could you help us, change the formulation? Because their formulas were actually separating in the bottle. They were high fragrance mask. They masked by the high fragrance because the formula itself was turning rancid. So I agreed. I was like, okay, I can do that. I actually created the whole formulation, sunless tanning solution, tan extender lotion, and I gave it to them. The answer they gave me says, the formula is perfect, but it's very, very, you have to do too many steps to create the product. And the way it will cost would be too high, and nobody in sunless industry going to purchase it. So we're not going to go through with that. That actually disheartened me, because I was like, I created something which is perfect. You could actually do a very well. I mean, the business is still, that person is still in business. But I decided, okay, sunless people are hoping to go and use sunless tanning product. So yes, there is a glamorous part of it, but the other part is you are going for sunless tanning product for a couple of reasons. You are making sure that you're avoiding the UV rays exposure. You're not using tanning bed. You're not laying out in sun. You might have autoimmune disease. So you are protecting. You're taking a stance to protect yourself, right? And then you're actually getting the product which is high in alcohol, high in fragrance. That's not going to make the difference in that person's skin. It's going to, over time, strip the barrier. Like, it's going to, right away, they might not see it, but slowly, if you're using those products, your skin's going to tell the difference, right? So I decided that I am going to I had no idea what sunless tanning was until I started researching DHA for making those formulation. I told myself, I can do this myself. If nobody else wants to, I will bring the product in the market which will bridge the gap between sunless tanning and skincare, and my product would be the one that will, sunless tanning product infused with skincare. And I was the very first company that put the product out in the market, called Ayu Plus. It's still in our collection, which had the very first one, had hyaluronic acid, squalene, jojoba oil. We created our own delivery system so that we could avoid the alcohol. And I put that product in the market. And guess what? We are continuously actually developing the product, more and more with skincare infused sunless tanning. And also, I think I also have made other companies look at themselves. And now I can see there's so many companies add those ingredients into their products. So that's one of the reasons I created Ayu Sunless. What is the difference? Like, what is the Ayu Sunless difference? Well, I would tell you that we are the only company in the sunless industry that is actually a team of chemists. So I myself is a cosmetic chemist with 30 years of experience. My teammate, Darman, is also a cosmetic chemist. Milan is also a cosmetic chemist. So we actually create and also hold 9 patents with, how the amino acid and protein works for skincare. So we actually really make every single formula. We develop the formula, we design the product formulation, we source the ingredient, we manufacture the product, we distribute the product in-house. So we are full circle. We are in control. When you place an order with us and when you get your order in your hand, minus the shipping part, we control every single thing. So what does that mean for you as a person ordering our product? That means when you're using IU Sunless's product, you are at the point where you have a question, something is not working, you call us, you talk to us, we will walk you through every single step and make sure that you are successful in using our product. So now we walk into a little bit of science, because without that, our industry would not, it would not create the color. And the ingredient that we are talking about, it's the DHA, dihydroxyacetone. How does I'm every single product, sunless tanning, self tanning, DHA it's same for all of us. Yes, there might be, where we get our ingredient, it's different, but every one of the product contains DHA. Now, DHA reacts to the stratum corneum, the top layer of the most outer layer of the skin, and creates the brown polymeric compound called melanodins, which melanodins is what you see, it's your tan. This reaction is called a Maillard reaction. And it's the same as, when you put a bread into the oven for the baking and you get that brown crust on the top, that is the Maillard reaction. It's called a non-enzymatic Maillard reaction. What is happening? So think about this. When you're making the bread has a flour, contains the protein, you add the sugar and you put it in the heat and you're getting the color, right? On the goldenness. The same way, when you apply this sugar, which is dihydroxyacetone, which is a carbohydrate, applying in the outermost layer of the skin, which is reacting to the protein and amino acid on your outermost layer of your skin, and the body heat slowly giving you that reaction, which is non-enzymatic Maillard reaction, giving you your final tan. So make sure you understand it's the reaction. DHA never absorbs on your skin, or it doesn't penetrate deeper than your stratum corneum. So it's only reaction, not a penetration, not the absorption. Also, it does not touch, it does not penetrate to or change your melanin of your body. It's not actually correcting your melanocyte. It's not reacting with your melanocyte. So this is a complete reaction on your skin, surface of your skin, no more than that. So if you hear me, I'm keep saying it's your skin, it's reacting on your skin. So what is the one thing that matters the most in when we are using sunless tanning product? It's your skin condition. Your skin condition, what is giving you that color. And that, talking about the skin condition, I will move to the next slide, say same solution, but the different result, right? You have 2 clients, and I'm also going to say you can have 2 clients, even 2 siblings, which have the same skin type. You are the person who is actually also spraying the same solution, because and same technique, but the result might be different. Why? Because both of them have their body chemistry different, their skin biology is different. One would have their hydration level, the surface dryness, the texture of their skin, the skin's pH, the cell turnover rate, how they prepare for their service. How did you adjusted your service protocol? All of these things going to matter. So I always say skin condition, when your client walks into your door, instead of thinking because they have a skin tone, same skin tone, I'm going to just use this product. That's not how you're supposed to be thinking. As a spray tan artist, one skill that you need to develop, it's this reading the skin. And when I say reading the skin, when you start looking and when you start practicing more and more and more, when you see more clients, you're going to start looking at the skin and say, hey, that person has a hydrated skin. Oh, okay, I can see there is a unevenness. This way you can adjust what percentage of DHA you're using, what type of ingredient you are looking for into the product. So that way you can actually choose what is the right product for you. The next thing about the same thing, I'm still talking about the skin condition. And we live in a social media world, right? Like when we go for our haircut or the bridal makeup per se, you actually scroll up the picture and you say, hey, this is the haircut. Sorry, this is the haircut I want, or this is the makeup, this is the type of makeup I want. Well, we also have a clients who bring us the picture and they say, this is the tan I want. Now, they might be dark, delicious looking tan on the person's skin in the picture, but the person who's bringing you that picture might be a skin type 1 or 2. They want to get that dark. And guess what? You might know that person who actually sprayed that client. You also can order that solution that that person has used on that client. And still, when you use that solution on that person's skin, it's not going to be the same color. So we all get frustrated. Your clients get frustrated. You blame the solution, but you forget one thing. It's the skin condition. It's their skin. What is their skin type? What is the hydration level? What is their skin tone? All those things. So I have a picture on the side. Hopefully you can see. The first skin is the most hydrated skin, right? When you spray the solution on that skin, your DHA has perfect amount of amino acid on that skin surface, everywhere on the skin available to react. The second skin, it's actually a dry, dehydrated skin. You can see the unevenness on that skin. So when you spray solution on that type of skin, it is depleted of amino acid. Certain part would have more, certain part would have less. So when you spray, it might look all even, but when it's developed, it's going to look patchy. It will fade patchy. And the third skin, it's the mature skin. At certain level, mature skin will be at the point where you really can't control much. Their skin was depleted of the amino acids. Also, their skin is very thin. So no matter how they're taking care of the skin, you still need to adjust that, hey, that person is in their 50s. I should, even though they are skin type 3, 4, instead of me using 12% solution, I should adjust to the 10% solution because it will wear well, it will show up better for the client, and they can actually maintain the tan well, right? What I am trying to say is don't let the picture of the other people's tan. One of the reason as a manufacturer, we do test our product on clients. We have people come in, we test our product because we do want to see what it looks like. But I don't like posting that because I know as a manufacturer or as a brand owner, if I am posting those pictures, I know that my client's going to expect that. And that's one of the reasons we sell samples so that you actually yourself test it out on your group of clienteles. And experience the result yourself. So my thing is skin condition, always, skin condition is what is making the difference. So then sometimes I get a question. This is the most question we get is why IU has so many different collections. And that is because of how we, as a cosmetic chemist, when we see a different ingredient, we always are trying with, pairing with DHA because DHA is a very hard ingredient to work with. So when we are testing and we found a group of ingredient that actually synergistically work with each other, we create the solution. We have slowed down on that part because it's already have, it already create the confusion. So we actually make sure that, we have solution which works really well. So each and every solution, same as your skin, are not the same. Each solutions are not the same. They built around the distinct ingredient system. They are in distinct delivery system. They also have their own bronzer as well. Also, they all have a targeted formulation, like the result driven goal, like what you are looking for to get from that solution. The difference between solution is not cosmetic. It's not because, oh, something is a green base, something is violet base, but it's a functional, how it is going to react to your skin. The botanical extract that we have used, how are they going to actually work with the DHA to give you that color, as well as making sure your skin barrier is protected. We also have a variety of different DHA percentage. So we give you an opportunity to test the product. Like you can have, I understand sometimes company says, the brand says don't have too many solutions, but I also say don't have too many solutions. But if you have a multi-skin condition clients from, let's say, clients in their 20s to clients in their 50s and up, then you're going to have to keep some solution which will work for both of them. You can spray it, let's say one or two solution, I can say you can adjust, like 8 and 10% product could be adjusted to just about anybody, depending on how you're doing the spraying. But if you don't like to do that, I would say at least keep some solution which can work with all your clientele. So it's also like when you come say, oh, which one should I choose? Should I use Tanvi or should I use Coconilla? It's not how is it going to look on my clients. All our collection, you can actually pick, let's say, Tanvi product, and it will work on just about everybody because we have medium, we have dark, we have rapid, so you can customize how you want. Some of our clients actually love all of our collection and they would like to maximize, mix and match and customize to their heart desire, and they can do that too. So we actually giving opportunity to customize as much as you want in your service. So these are the solution at a glance. I know we have a couple of more. We have Clear product, we have Sanya, but Tanvi Advance is one of the most cult favorite. That's what I would call it, because it has the unique bronzer profile. Also have all the ingredient that we have chosen is the balanced tropical ingredient that is really well in Ayurvedic therapies that you would find, like neem, amla, turmeric, dragon fruit, red rooibos tea. All those things are giving a bronzer oomph. And one of the reasons you can actually copy the bronzer, because it's not just red, blue, and green, red, blue, and yellow. It also contains all these ingredients, which is also has their own color. That is, it also is it also giving you that color boost to the bronzer. One of the reasons you get that. But what I'm trying to say here, that Tanvi Advance, if you pick that solution, you have a rapid solution, you can customize the timing or how you want to use that. You can do the 10% as a medium or 12% as a dark. Same with the Coconilla Advance. We actually created their product, we named the product, and then we had one of the celebrity client come to us and said, I'm in a desperate need of having the solution. So we actually gave her as our customizing product for her. After a couple of years, their thing changed. So we actually put back our solution as a Coconilla Advance, which is the most red carpet luxury product that you would find. We have different 9.5, we have a 12%, we have dual function espresso with 8 hours and rapid, and we just February, came up with a double shot rapid, which you can also use as only rapid, and already have so much people loving it. The vino bronzing, actually, when we moved to Tennessee in 2007, I was watching the news and was August, and I was just keep hearing about these muscadine grapes, and I needed to go and check it out. And the more I learned about how this ingredient itself is so beneficial, how these grapes are completely different than the normal grapes, I needed to get the raw material like the dry powder and everything and try to create an extract and try to put that into the formula. And guess what? We loved the color. We loved how it worked together. So we created the vino bronzing. It is the most antioxidant rich product in our lane, in our collection. It also has 6, 8, 10, 12, 14% DHA and also has a rapid. So you have a variety of choice. And when I say we created that in 2010, 8, 9, it is still so many clients just love the product by itself. And then AYU Plus, I'm saying AYU Plus because it's IU Plus. That is the solution that we put in the market the very first as a more skincare infused product with squalene, hyaluronic acid, jojoba, a lot of different lipids and botanicals, which helps to infuse the skincare in your tanning. So that is some of our product. IU Plus also has a clear product and contains from 6 to 14% range of DHA as well. So you can make your product customized. So now then you think like, where do I start, right? I would say in your group of clients, understand their skin. Once you understand their skin, what is their hydration level, what is the condition, then you can choose the product where you want, which product do you want. You also, when you see your clients, you also ask them how deep they want to go, why are they tanning, all those things. I think you as a spray tan artist already do that. You adjust the depth with the DHA. Also, more DHA doesn't mean that better tan, but you can, like say, if you have a client who is young and their skin is vibrant, but they are skin type 2, usually I would never recommend go more than 10%, but because they are young and hydrated skin, they can easily actually go for 12 or sometimes even 14%, because the young skin takes a second to completely develop their tan because the dewiness, the sebum on their skin, right? So you can adjust the depth by understanding the client's skin, and also curate your process, your protocol, your service protocol, prep product, solution, hydration, sealing, meaning finishing product, and talk to your client about the aftercare. And at IU Sunless, we actually have every single product available to you so that you can create your protocol. Our solution will work as it is. You don't really need any of this product. If you know your client is perfectly prepping, completely taking care of themselves, you don't need to use anything else because our solutions are already comes with a skincare infusion, right? What I'm saying, prep, why did we create the prep or the hydration or the finishing powder? It's because the prepping is when the client come to you any time of the day, you want to know that if they had, especially like let's say hot humid weather, when they come to you, you want to make sure that their skin has no residue of the oil, the sweat. By using the prep product, I'm not saying pH balanced product, I'm saying the prep product, which is gently formulated, all just want to remove the residue from your skin so your skin is ready for your solution application. So this is the subject that is, I think, a little controversial. I can think people have a lot of feeling about this thing. So what is the bronzer and what is not? Before I start, I would say, so sunless tanning industry has a 2-color story. One that comes, and I would say two color chemistry. One comes from FDNC color, and one comes from DHA. DHA is the only approved product that could be staining your skin, not the FDNC color. So, and the FDNC, so what is bronzer, right? The bronzers is blend in sunless tanning solution. What are the bronzers? The bronzers are the colors that you see: red, yellow, blue. Three of these color can really create any brown color, any tone of brown color you want by adjusting the color ratios with each other. Why do we have a bronzers? Because the bronzers, when you, as a spray tan artist, when you're spraying the product, you can see it's your visual guideline. It is the tools for even coverage. And also it gives your clients that like, wow, I just got an instant gratification tan. But that bronzers are not reacting with DHA in your Maillard reaction. It's not reacting with the under the layer of your skin. It is just staying, it is just sitting there until you take your first shower. So what are the bronzer? Bronzers are just the visual guideline for you, so the application is flawless. It gives you that immediate cosmetic color. It's the tool for the even coverage. But what is it not? It is not the final developed tan. It's not influencing the DHA and skin's Maillard reaction. It's also not going to do the color correction. And I will tell you why that in the next slide. So when you say, like, I understand the companies said their bronzer lasts for 2-3 days. If you start saying stuff, things like that, FDNC color. So what is FDNC color? That's the food, drug, and cosmetic color. So when you see the red velvet cake with that, red color, it's nothing more than red 40 in there, but at a very high amount. In the solution, the product, what you need, it's a very, very minuscule, because you're going to blend the color going to give you, because you're not really looking, even the heaviest of the bronzer solution does not require so much of that color. And FDNC colors are the most regulated by FDA. So when you start saying that your bronzers are different, they're using different color, it's going to stain the skin, you are actually coming under scrutinizing if we keep saying that our bronzers are staining skin for 3-4 days. The second thing, the bronzers that in makeup is different than the bronzers are in the solution. I'm going to talk about that after, but let's finish this. When you actually have your client, someday you sprayed some client, they are actually rinsing up their product, right? And then they send a picture in a frantic. We see that on a Facebook group all over the place. They send you this picture frantically saying, hey, I have so many streaks on my body. What would your first reaction is? Hop back into the shower because you haven't rinsed off your bronzer. So now you are actually telling your client to rinse off that bronzer. You know that bronzer is rinsed off, not in the first shower. By the second shower, for sure, that bronzer is rinsing off. And don't you think that when you have put so much attention to really understanding the skin, really understanding to figure out what DHA you want for your client, you want them to experience that final tan that comes with the DHA instead influenced by the bronzer, right or wrong? Okay, so why don't we promote color theory? This is the same thing that I'm going to, there are a few things that I would like to say here. Is also the color theory, I'm not saying color theory doesn't work, okay? Because I have worked in a color cosmetic for 5 years straight, formulating foundations, makeup, concealers, under eye circle removers, all kind of things. So I am not saying that color theory doesn't work, but color theory works in the makeup. Color theory doesn't work in the solution, sunless tanning solution. Two things. The colors that are used in makeup are opaque, has a white cast to it. Sunless tanning solution are a water-based solution, water soluble product. When you see the color, it's a translucent. It's a transparent because water is transparent. When you even mix the color, it's a translucent. So it's not hiding or covering your skin. On this other hand, you are covering the skin with your makeup. So by you saying that you're hiding redness with the green-based solution, it's what is happening is, when you spray the product, your skin is not hidden. Your skin is still showing. So let's say if you have a green undertone or olive undertone, it is going to peek through that solution no matter what. No matter what solution you use in the market, your skin tone is still showing. That is what is the change. That is what you're thinking. Not the solution itself, the color in the solution itself is not hiding any imperfection. Now, for me, like when I still remember first time the under eye circle that is really, really dark, we created orange makeup so that we can put the orange color on the top and then use the concealer and the foundation and the concealer to hide those under eye circle. If someone has acne scars, and the redness, you can use the green makeup color corrector, and then you can use your foundation to hide that color. I understand. So the color theory works in makeup, just does not work in solution. One of the reason we did, one thing I would tell you, I'm actually in my office right now because it is such a busy season. I wanted to do this from home, but I decided I can't. I had to be here. So we try every single thing that we see that we can change, we can update. We are continuously innovating in our lab. We have like samples sitting here for all over the place so that we can figure out if there is something new we can come up with. So we have actually created a product for this brand. She wanted violet base and green base drops. We sent her the way we think what violet. So when we mix the solution, we mix the bronzer heavy on a red, so we send that to her. And then we send also the other one. And she's sending me a message saying, hey, but it's not the way you labeled. I know it's not, because it's not how it works. But I wanted to make sure that she understood herself that no matter what, it's going to show up brown. No, so you might adjust the color and then first influence, your visual color when you spray is a different color guide, but you are not going to, that color is not going to come through when the final tan. So what is and this is not my opinion, okay? It is the biochemistry of the skin and how DHA reacts to the skin with Maillard reaction. Your color, FD&C color, or even let's say, oh, why don't we use those opaque color into the sunless tanning solution, right? Those are the iron oxide, because they're not compatible with DHA. If you do that, your solution would not have a self-stable formulation. So I know that, like, I understand this is a very heavy subject to talk about, but I needed to say why we don't promote color theory, because we create our formulation based on how the ingredients going to react to your skin, how the delivery system going to deliver DHA to your skin, so you're going to get the tan that you're supposed to be getting. We don't want to mix up with the bronzers they're going to influence your final tan. So the next thing is, why do we have prep, post, and why do they matter? So prep spray. So when I started first developing DHA product, we only came up with the solution because that's what the whole goal was. Sunless tanning solution with other skin like a moisturizer, tan extender, things like that. But I quickly learned that sunless tanning solution, for it to work, your skin is completely, there should be no residue on your skin. So one of the reason, 2006, we actually created our very first prep spray. We also made sure, because I do not like any alcohol, not isopropyl alcohol, not SD40, no ethanol, because all of those ingredients actually strips your barrier over time. So we actually found a witch hazel that we use in our prep spray, which doesn't contain any alcohol. Every alcohol, witch hazel in the market has a 14% isopropyl alcohol in them. We actually made sure that our witch hazel does not contain any alcohol. So we use that. We use orange blossom water. We don't use any surfactant, no glycolic acid, no AHA, no sodium hydroxide, like none of those products that can strip your skin before your sunless tanning solution. We only want to make sure that the residues are not there, no longer there when you are ready. So when you spray our prep spray, I also always say, if you are trying to remove something from your skin, when you apply the prep spray, give your client either paper towel or a napkin so they can literally wipe off their skin. Now you physically remove those residue. I understand sometimes they just spray and work it in. It's okay, but you're keeping those residue on the skin. So I don't see the purpose. Only time I would say is you understand your client is dedicated to sunless tanning, to their treatment. They do follow all of your guideline. So then you can actually go ahead and do and if you trust them that much, that they have prepped everything well, then they can just rub it in. Most of the other client, I always say, wipe the skin. It will develop so much evenly, so much better. So why did we, in 2008, 7, actually, we had a client who was really, really having a dry skin. And she loved her tan. Like, this client would come and want a tan every single week, every 10 days. And it is really difficult for us to figure out, like, how do we keep her skin hydrated? Well, at least DHA is developing. We can use less DHA amount, but how can we keep her skin hydrated? So we actually sprayed prep spray. We also actually sprayed Moisture Seal right after it. Then we used the sunless tanning solution and did the prep spray again to support her skin. So the post hydration spray that we have created, it's still a water-based product, but contains the ingredient that will create a breathable film on the skin and adds the hydration into your skin. So it gives the DHA enough time to develop it properly. Why I'm saying it gives, the solution is already skincare infused, but when you put that on when you apply that on your skin already has a trans epidermal water loss throughout a day. Your skin is losing water. But when you apply the DHA is working with amino acid, which amino acid is also still, part of that, trying to keep that water in. But now it's reacting with the DHA, so you have a less amino acid and protein that is protecting your skin. By adding that hydration on your skin, you're helping your skin to stay hydrated longer time. You're giving the DHA more hydration on the top, so that actually going to keep your client smooth and supple skin. They're not going to feel like their skin is tacky. They're going to also, our prep post hydration spray also contains an odor neutralizer, no fragrance whatsoever. Actually, none of our fragrance except a prep spray has a fragrance in it, because we don't think that you need a fragrance in order for you to do your service, because fragrance is one of those ingredients can also create in a long term for sensitive skin people especially, creates a problem with their skin barrier. So we try to avoid fragrance in any product except the aftercare, like the retail products. So post high, and then the powder is only 5 years, I think, old that we formulated, because we keep working on the powder as well until we figured out we needed the powder, which needed to make sure it worked just like a powder veil, where you, when you're finishing up your makeup and you just gently swift the powder through to make sure your makeup stays there the whole time. That's exactly our powder works. It has the ingredient that will absorb the sweat and moistness, that will happen with your, if the solution on their skin and your clients doing the daily activity. It will also keep your product. Actually, powder will make your tan more sweat resistant than anything in the market. And they're having a less friction. The less friction, a lesser movement, sealing your solution, it's the best way you can make sure that your client, what you sprayed on their skin, their color is going to develop, the result you're going to get is exactly what you wanted. So this everybody knows, but this is just for how we, as a cosmetic chemist, how we test our product. So, with every solution we make, we test the product before we send it out. Before we send out the batch, we make sure that our products are performing the way we are saying it's performing. So we adjust the spray gun, because if your speed is quicker, you want to make sure your flow of the solution is coming out quick, like more. And if you are more detailed, more slow, then you also need to make sure the solution flow is coming out slow, right? Always recommend to do 2 coats, because one detail coat, the second one is to make sure so that you can see the whole body fully covered with your solution. You haven't missed any areas. The second solution, I'm not really spraying like the first coat. It's just to making sure, because by overspraying, you're not doing anything better either. So only want to see there is a light sheen on the skin, because we also have so many hydrating ingredients. Even our clear solution will give you a sheen on the skin. The last thing you want to see is a wetness on the skin, because the more wet the skin, that means you already oversaturated the skin. Oversaturated skin would not develop properly, and also it would not fade properly. And one thing, because our solution doesn't contain any alcohol, I always recommend try to stay and spray 1.5 ounce of product to 2 ounce of product for a full average size body. Why? Because you shouldn't have any overspray with our solution. The viscosity is such a way, it is such a smooth viscosity. It's not thick, it's not thin, it is perfectly there, proper. So how do you do that? Like, I understand you have to fill at least 3 to sometimes 4 ounces of solution in your cup, right? Well, how do you do that? You just take the solution out every time after you're done spray tanning into a cup and note how much solution you use. Note every single time, so then you know that, no, I'm using more. Mentally gauge why are you using more, and try to come to the point, to the 1.5 to 2 ounces of product, because you should, from the 32 ounce container, at least get 18 to 20 10. 16, yes, but you should get at least 18 10. You're doing 2 things. You're not cleaning much because you're not overspraying, and also you're saving some money. Oversaturation leads to unevenness, poor development. So making sure, mental note, you don't need to rush and say, why am I doing this wrong? Why am I using too much solution? But every time you pour back into the cup, you should know that, hey, I am doing that. Like, I am using a little bit more than I should. And this way, you will actually get to that 1.5 ounce of solution. So I am almost coming to the end. I'm actually at the end of my slide presentation. What I would say to you is, all this stuff, what you see on the slide. But understand, understand your client's skin, understand your product you're using. With understanding, you will build the trust with your client. Why? Because everything, if you understand that, no matter when that client comes to you, because every single time when clients come to you, their skin is not going to be the same. Sometimes, the hormone changes. The same client, you can't use the same product. But if you start reading their skin, understanding their skin, you would be able to adjust your product that day, how they are. And your client, you build your reputation because your client will be always happy that you have given them a consistent result. Just like we pride ourselves in having the consistent result every single time you use our product, the same way you can also do that for your client every single time, giving them the consistent result because you understand their skin, you understand your product, and you are building a reputation and your business high. Solution on, see, you can blame the solution, you can blame the solution brand, you can switch the solution again and again. Solution for you is just the tool, but your knowledge of the skin biology is your skill. Once you're good at that, you will be so happy to use solution and it will give you that result that you're looking for. You're not guessing that result, you're actually giving the result that you want to for that client. And use the full system. I understand so many brands will say you don't need to use prep spray with our solution because it contains X, Y, and Z ingredient. Or our solution already comes in built in with the same ingredient that you would see in a prep spray. But it's two different functions. The solution is giving you a 10. You might see glycerin in the prep spray, glycerin in the solution, but they're both doing different things at that point. Prep spray you're using just to clean. It is not going to interfere with your solution. You're only removing, right, the surface residue. So I'm just surprised when I hear that because you really don't need to follow that mindset, because if your prep spray products ingredients are in your solution, you should be very careful because that means you got witch hazel, you got surfactant, you got things that you don't need in your solution. So I would be very aware, very when someone says, please you don't need to use prep spray with our product, because prep spray created for another reason than the solution. And one more thing is you always talk to your client while you're doing the service. You have an opportunity to not only sell them, but also educate them what product they should use, right? So that then they can get their tan they can wear their tan well, they will fade well. They will always be happy because you had offered them. They purchase or don't purchase, it's their issue, but you have recommended them that, hey, use these. It will help you to do X, Y, and Z with your tan, right? So always be prepared. Again, I'm going to end with the same thing. Persistent prevails where everything else fails. It is true in your life, but it's also true in your spray tan business. Why? If you persistent enough to figure out your client's skin, your solution you're using, why you're using, then you're going to be successful no matter what. I hope I have given you all the information that you were looking for IU Sunless, for IU Sunless. But we are also going to actually offer in July 11th in-person masterclass. If you are interested and want to know more science behind every single spray tan, then you should come and join us. Let's see. Now I don't know how to go back to the thing, but okay, I think I should do this. Hi, Katie. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hi, yes. So you stop sharing your screen at the bottom. Hit share and then top.
Sorry, can you say that again? Your voice is really...
Hit that share button and stop sharing.
Oh, stop sharing. Okay, hang on. Okay. Yeah, can you just come and do that for me? Where was the share? Maybe need to be. Oh, there you go. I think it was right there. Oh, okay. And just cancel. All right.
Did it work?
Yeah. Hello. Oh no.
Yeah, it worked.
Thank you. I thought I lost you again.
No, you're okay. But everyone, there's a lot of questions for you. If you pull up that chat, you can see what everyone's been saying.
Uh,
Go to the chat right
oh,
here.
so okay. Okay.
And then go to public chat. And that's
Oh, enter chat. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Um, how do I answer the question? Let's
First
see.
one. Can you
Oh, who she's business did she speak for? Okay. I guess by now you should have an answer for that. My company name is Ayu Sunless. Let's see. Can you explain how DMI works? Okay, I have heard it caused the ingredient to penetrate deeper, hence sweat-proof, claim, etc. Okay, you guys all want me to really go in trouble, to get in trouble, right? By asking me this question. Okay, DMI, it's a dimethyl isosorbide. And it's, yes, it is a penetration enhancer. So if it used in, let's say, as a cosmetic chemist, I have worked with it. But to create a product which is, let's say, acne product, right? If I need my drug to go down, like the medicine to go down in the skin to heal that acne, to medicine to just go and be effective on that acne, then yes, I would use DMI. For solution, on the other hand, as I mentioned, it works on your uppermost layer of your skin. It is working in your stratum corneum. If you take the DHA deeper, DHA is not going deeper. What actually is going deeper, especially if that solution contains alcohol, preservative, all those things going to go deeper. Really, that's what you don't want. And I have looked at the formulation, okay, not the formulation, ingredient on these brands which are saying that DMI is sweat resisting, it's delivering deeper. They have DMI listed at the 1% area. In order for DMI to work, and sorry, I'm not calling out any brand or anything. I'm just saying, in the ingredient list, when DMI is listed at 1% mark, it's not even giving a DHA any chance to do anything with it. In order for DMI to do something, there is a functional level of the DMI that needs to be used. And again, I am going to say, DMI, it's only distributes the DHA better on the skin. So like when I say that the company who uses alcohol, why do they use alcohol? Because they don't want to, the easy formulation, it will help to dissolve the DHA. Also, it will help to deliver the DHA on the uppermost layer of the skin because they don't have anything other delivery system. Same way the DMI is working. DMI is delivering the DHA to the skin. That's it. No more than that. Hope that answered the question. Okay, let's see. Oops, sorry. I'm having the issue going down. Sorry, I have my operational manager helping me. There's a question beside DMI, valid? Beside DMI, we have other ingredients like ethoxydiglycol. What do they actually compare to? So the ethoxydiglycol is also, oh, this is great. I'm glad the screen has a question. So ethoxydiglycol is another very similar to DMI. It also it does the delivery of DHA to the stratum corneum. Okay, one thing I would say, you should read the MSDS sheets that comes with the ethoxydiglycol, DMI. then, and I understand as a cosmetic chemist, I shouldn't say that because we're not using to the point how the what the MSDA sheet says. But it's not, there are way much more things that you could be using. And let's say company chooses to use ethoxydiglycol, DMI, it's only as penetration. They're not penetration enhancer for the DHA. They're only delivering this DHA to the system, the upper layer of the skin. Okay, the next one.
I think you kind of answered that
Okay.
one if you want to come back to it.
Okay, DHA doesn't penetrate. Okay, I think I answered that one. With the plus line containing squalene, are you seeing more even oxidation? Oops, sorry. Oxidation and then slower, safer fade compared to your other solution. So the squalene is actually part of the delivery system, right? So it's not, see, the one ingredient in the solution is not going to do anything. It needs to work with every other ingredient. The squalene is moisturizing, but only moisturizing is not going to do that slower fading. What slower fading means is all together ingredients, that is the delivery system, is working together to give you that slow fading. So no, I would say every ingredient has, each and every solution in our collection has a delivery system. If it doesn't contain squalene, it has something else that is going to do the delivery system, the better fading no matter what. Make sure the DHA percent you choose for that client is actually the right amount. The fading issue always comes in when the DHA percentage is not really equivalent to the client skin. Okay. Then why not just add one formulation of bronzer to each solution? Why manufacture and the violet, olive, brown, etc.? I'm not sure which brand are you talking about or why solution. For us, I'm only going to answer that for us. It's, so we, like our bronzer look different for each product because it has other ingredients in the product, which is also influencing that bronzer. So it's not that, you know, you mix 3 color and it's going to give you the bronzer. I'm not sure why you're like, I don't know. Can you explain like why manufacturer adds violet, olive, and brown bronzers? I think for marketing purpose. That's my answer.
Maybe just to have it be more unique and be more
Yeah,
closer
it's
to makeup.
right. I think there is then they can actually follow the theory, that is makeup theory. But as I mentioned earlier, the makeup theory does not really work with a solution because makeup is opaque, your solutions are translucent, and so it's not hiding anything. Even your final tan, your skin tone is still coming through. So and that's why we always say, right, your skin, your tan is your body chemistry, how it's going to, so every single tan for every single person, is it their skin biology and how the chemistry has worked, how the DHA is working to create the Maillard reaction and the tan. Okay,
wait.
this one.
No, there's some.
Okay, there's another question.
There's-
Oh, watch out. Oh, sorry. Tanya says, okay, when you create solution for other brand, do they use the same DHA? Do they use the same DHA quality that you do in yours, or the multiple DHAs that you use? Hope that makes sense. So you were asking me that we carry variety of different DHA. I'm not sure. Is your question? No. The DHA. So that's another. I seen this recently come to us a lot. That DHA quality matters. Yes, it does matter. But as a chemist, in my 23 years of formulating, I have only seen 2 very honorable company that actually sells DHA. So they both are European company. I have not, myself has never had offered any other DHA. So I don't even know where the companies who talks about low quality DHA, where they getting their low quality DHA. I think we are very handful of manufacturer when we are doing sunless tanning, who's manufacturing sunless tanning. And I don't think any of us, unless it's coming from overseas, I don't know. But any of us manufacturer using low quality DHA, if you're based in USA. Okay, which line are you recommend for mature skin? I would say, I really would say, yes, AYU Plus, and always stay between 8 to 10%, or Tanvi Medium. That will, of the pink label. I know I'm saying Tanvi, but I know I heard you say Tanvi. Whichever way you pronounce it, the medium in the Tanvi and the 10% or 8% in AYU Plus. You can do both individually, or if you really want to customize, you can actually blend both, and also gives you very good result. Okay, what about separate application of top coat that is sweat resistant instead of hydration spray? I'm not even sure there was such a thing as a sweat resistant top coat, because once you spray the DHA, the last thing you want to seal a product, your skin with something that will also hinder. So I don't know the ingredient listing. If it's only containing DMI, you don't really need more DMI. I don't know. Unless you share ingredients with me, really, I can't answer the question. When I say the hydration spray, I only talk about the spray that were, for me, for us, like IU Sunless, what we have created. It contains not only water, it contains lipid, it contains different in different things that your sebum already has. It's called a natural moisturizing factors. Ingredient in that is what we use to create that post hydration spray, so it will support your solution. Oh, do ceramide belongs in a tanning product? If yes, then what type of formula? If you want to use ceramide, niacinamide, I would wait and use it in my serum, or use it in moisturizer, like the one that is really going to do something, because those are really good ingredients. In solution, really doesn't do much, because I have seen formulation that actually that has a ceramide. The sad part is, it is in such a jumble of the ingredient where you really don't get the benefit that you're supposed to be getting by ceramide or like we do have some peptides that in our Coconilla line, but we have tested, really tested, not only tested the solution, how it works together with the DHA, it will still gives us that 12 months shelf life, all that stuff with the still keeping the benefit in it. So then we have put, when you add so much of the botanical extract, when you add the ceramide, then niacinamide, all those things, really there is nothing there that actually giving you that benefit that you're supposed to be getting from ceramide. Okay.
I think we answered Lauren's question.
Said bronzer does play role in the final 10. No, I did not say. Okay, you had said that sorry, can you go back to that question?
I don't know. I think
it's a bottom.
I think we answered your question, Lauren, but just to double check.
We do not say that bronzer actually does. Oh, sorry, you said doesn't play role. Yes, it doesn't play role. I think I answered that question for you. If you still have a question, just let me know.
Okay, the next question, pH balance prep spray versus a regular prep spray.
So your pH balance, anything for your skin, it comes from internally. So you can't really do pH balance from outer by spraying something and leave it for a few minutes before you move on to your solution, right? It's not going to do anything as to balancing the pH. What every single product that we are using or we are manufacturing, to use with the sunless tanning product, so we are making sure that every single pH of those products are synergistically working with your solution. So the prep spray that we are having, the pH of the prep spray, it's the very similar pH to the solution. It's the same pH to the hydration. So then they work together. Now, let's say if you're pH balancing, if you're saying that you're using pH balancing, I also seen that you say pH balancing, then you spray and then rub it in. You really don't doing nothing to the, so sorry to say that, but really it's not effective way to clean the residue or balancing the pH. Like, okay, for example, when you take a shower, our water's pH is, I think 6 or 7. So when you take a shower, for that blur second, your pH of your skin, and one of the reason we say don't use soap, right? Because soap has a heavy pH. It can strip the barrier of your skin, all that stuff. It might change for a second, but the amount of what you're spraying on the skin, it's not going to make any difference. Yes, the prep spray on the other hand, it's going to do few things, lift the residue, and I would do side by side ingredient. If you are interested, send me a DM on Instagram, or we can do a video together, and then I will tell you, walk you through what are the ingredients in your pH balance spray compared to the prep spray are different, and what is doing what. I think that is the best way. Instead of me just saying stuff, it's not going to make sense. I also need to look at the ingredient, what you're saying.
Please be sure to blur out the brand name.
Blur out the brand name?
No,
Where?
I'm telling whoever DMs you.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yes.
If
Please, we don't need to know your pH balances brand. I don't need to really know. Just make sure you send us the ingredient listing.
What do you think about oil after a tan?
Okay.
Like hydration oil.
Yes, the hydration oil, first of all, the oil could not be hydrated. Oil is moisturizing, it's nourishing to the skin. It works really well right after the shower. Once you did your, second rinse and you now need a moisturizer, coming out of the shower, applying that oil really works well because you're now nourishing and moisturizing your skin. Oil is not, in order for anything to be hydrated, has to be a water base. Water is hydration. So applying oil after the sunless tanning solution is actually going to remove the bronzer. It's going to create, a film on the skin. Oils are occlusive. Occlusive meaning you're creating the film on the skin, which will hinder your DHA development to the optimal result. So I would not recommend, I would not call a tanning post any oil.
You say copper peptides make sense in a solution.
No, the copper peptide is also good in moisturizer and serum. I wouldn't waste those ingredients. Those are and I would use that serum, put drops into your moisturizer and apply onto the full body. I would not also create a moisturizer with the copper peptide because just wasting the stuff. Whenever you need that boost of the copper peptide, add your serum to your moisturizer and apply that. Copper peptide, ceramide, niacinamide, all things really good in your facial serum, your skincare regimen.
Wait, Tanya says you first. Do you want to ask her if you need to re-answer her question?
Oh, Tanya, feel free. I think we met at the Slay the Spray. If you have a question, feel free to DM me. You said I froze. I'm not sure why, but hopefully you guys all can hear me. So I should look at the bronzer in IU and as an ingredient to help the solution, but not the outcome of the color. Yes, bronzers are giving you that. So FD&C colors are there to guide you where you're spraying the product, okay? The color that I mentioned in our Tanvi, like the red ribose tea, red dragon fruit, maki berry, turmeric, every single of these ingredient has a color of its own. When you're mixing those things with your product, you're also getting your bronzer a boost of color. while it's not count as an FD&C color, yes, I'm not saying those are FD&C color because those are not approved. Those are the ingredient that's in the solution, which are also beneficial to your skin.
What would be the right protocol on how to use prep spray?
The preps, what would be the right protocol? And okay, the protocol would be the when the client comes to you, I would suggest to use for everyone, and it does not. So if you're charging, let's say $40 for 10, right? If you're using our solution, by 4.5 to $5, you actually are completing everything. You can add your prep spray, your solution, your post hydration spray, and the powder. It is less than $5. So if you're you still like, and then you count your all the other things, right? You count your bill, your rent, all that stuff. You still has a lot of profitability. Why not offer your every client every single step, so then they know that you are taking care of them while you're using your protocol, while you're using your services. Tell them why you are using this product. You are using prep spray to make sure that their skin is clean. So the next step that you're going to do is going to give them the better, the solution that you're going to do. It's other to the skin better. It's going to help DHA to develop better, and you're going to have the optimum 10 result that we're looking for. Then you go to the post hydration spray and say, this is what I'm doing so that your skin is staying hydrated throughout. It also keeping you soft and supple, and also neutralizing any DHA developing odor. And then the last one, finishing powder. And I want to just touch a base with you. If you're using our finishing powder and using a whole tablespoon per client, please don't do that. You don't need it. You only need a quarter of a teaspoon to really do the full body. You're not trying to really cover them in a powder. You're making a veil on their skin, so that actually going to give you, that less stickiness, smoothness, suppleness, the sweat resistant part of it, while the powder is on their skin. And you're also making sure there is no friction, so their tan is developing really well.
I think Haley, were you asking how to actually use our prep spray, like step by step?
Can she talk?
Oh, maybe do you just want to explain to them really quickly, like a spray gun versus like just spray
Oh,
gun?
okay. So yes, you can. I would never recommend as a prep spray. You can use either spray gun, or you can use those continuous spray bottle, or even the trigger spray. What you're doing is just making sure you're cleaning client skin, and you need a 0.5 ounces of prep spray, no more than that. It will make sure that you can remove. Also, always look at the back part of it too, right? Because you forget to spray in the back and help them, clean up the skin. Because if their client has used the shampoo conditioner in the morning, conditioners they can really leave you the film on the back. So also make sure you pay attention to that too, so that the tan in the back is clean. And for the post hydration spray, never use either continuous spray gun or the prep spray. Always use your spray gun to use the product. So do I apply prep spray, wait, wipe off, and then
like
wipe off the residue? Yes, Haley, that would be the best way to do it. It only takes a second. You don't have to wipe off unless you have to help them in the back, but you hand them a paper towel or a napkin, and they will be able to wipe the residue off. It only takes a second, because you're not spraying so much, unless they're coming from a gym or running or like exercising and they're really, really sweaty, or they're coming from work and has a lot of deodorant in their skin. Then you want to spray those specific areas to remove that part by adding a lot of prep spray and then really wiping off that area. What did you say? Do you happen to take any student, Viva? I would love to learn. Well, why don't you just come to our masterclass? We would be happy to have you here. I don't know what you mean by taking a student. Right now, we are not offering one-on-one training, but if I do, I will surely reach out to you, or I will, keep an eye on our like Instagram. If we offer something other than what we are offering now, I will surely let you know. Or you live in Germany. Oh,
Okay.
yes, we are also going to launch IU University, but we're still just working on it. So it's gonna just not like it's gonna take some time for us to be there, but if we do, we'll let you know. Okay. I appreciate the support though. I have a client that have a melanin skin, naturally brown, and want to get a glow or an even out skin. I was going to buy the bronzer with other brand. What IU solution do you suggest? Coconilla espresso. Without even thinking anything. Coconilla, I mean, Tanvi Rapid will work really well too, but Coconilla espresso, your client will enjoy that. And reason for it, and one other reason, when I first started, when I first started, there is so many other brands are saying, how does she know how to tan a white Caucasian skin because she's brown? See, it's not if you're brown or not. It's the DHA, how the formulation works that counts, right? I am really, really good at and passionate about creating the product that can be used on just about anybody. So if you actually pick up any 12% or 10% solution from our brand, our collection, you will still give your client amazing tan, even the client with the melanin skin. So I would say that there is no really reason to specifically go choose one solution that is created for melanin. It's nothing more because not all the melanated skin needs 14% or 16% DHA, right? Those their reason they already have the nice color, what they are looking to make sure that they even out their skin. So the solution you need, because they have a ashy skin, you want to use solution that is also very moisturizing for them, so then that ashiness would go away and they will get a beautiful glow on their skin. I think I answer every question. Katie, I don't know what next. Oh, well, your masterclass a virtual attendant. No, not for this time. We also have a very minimum amount of seats. And I understand people might be thinking these are the people coming from Tennessee or surrounding area, but we have people coming in from California, Ohio, Mississippi, all over the place, just to come and learn. We will have some hands-on things as well. So I'm looking forward to the class. This is my first time offering a class, but I cannot wait. Oh, you're very welcome, Tanya.
I think that's all.
Yeah. Hi, Katie. I'm not sure. I think I forgot what to do next. Do we still be here or?
See anything in the chat? My
Oh,
sound
I
is
see.
echoing.
So I won't come back. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Katie, for hosting me, inviting me. Actually, I really enjoyed presenting who I am, what is our brand, and our product collection and science behind sunless tanning. And thank you, everyone, for being here and asking lots of questions. Hopefully, I answer all your questions. And if I did not, then please go ahead and DM us on Instagram. It's only few of us handling the DMs, so we will for sure answer your question. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Just